Welcome to your local agent podcast, episode 2. I'm your host, Justin Venegas, or JV for short. And today I'm accompanied by.
Brandon Rausch.
Okay. Hey, Brandon. Where you from? Where are you calling from? What do you do?
So I'm calling in from Fayetteville, Arkansas, the Northwest Arkansas area.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
How much years of experience you have in real estate? Well, what is your
Well,
real estate?
as a licensed agent, I actually just got my license like a month and a half ago, so I'm still
Ah,
green. So on that side of things, I don't really have much advice to give yet. Still
it's fun.
learning, but I bought my first investment property in 2020, so I've kind of
Ooh.
been around the investing side for a few years.
So, will you tell us that investing property has that made you pursue your career in real estate, or has there been anything else that helped you pursue the real estate career?
Yeah. So I've kind of always been interested in real estate, just from the wealth building aspect, all the tax
Mm.
incentives, all that. It's kind of always been like the passion slash dream to be, like full-time investor.
Mm.
So yeah, in after college, I had bought this investment property from money that I saved up from trading stocks, and I house
Mm.
hacked it. My two
Ah.
roommates, they covered the mortgage. We lived there for about a year and a half, and I bought it from the developer. Didn't use an agent back then, just bought it straight from them. And we actually closed during the lockdowns of COVID, like right in that March
Ah,
2020.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so since then, man, that house has appreciated. I mean, we've probably got over six figures of equity built up just in the last few years. And so from, seeing that and just having that experience, I'm like, man, real estate's the way to go. And so I decided this year to get my license and, just get more involved in the industry, get to meet more people, get a better understanding for like the legal side, the contracts and all that kind
Mm.
of stuff.
Uh wow, that's I mean, yeah, real estate right now is the really the way to wealth. It's
Oh
it's
yeah,
it's really,
absolutely.
it's really the way to wealth. So just out of curiosity, just because you mentioned investing and all this nitty-gritty stuff, have you watched Bigger Pockets or Pace Morby? And if so, has that influenced you on your investing career in real estate? Just out of curiosity. Just out
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah. I haven't listened to an episode in a while. Actually, I've been listening to other podcasts, but yeah, man, like the first couple years that I like really got interested in real estate, that's like all I was listening to, man. Like every time they were dropping an episode, I mean, I'd listen to it right away.
Which one? Bigger Pockets or yeah, right?
Yeah, bigger pockets. Yeah.
What other podcasts you listen to, by the way? Just
I mean, there's the Joe Rogan. I listen to
ah,
like
yeah, definitely.
it's like the Daily Stoic podcast. Sorry, my dogs are
It's fine.
sorry about that.
It's fine.
Loud. Um, Yeah, the Daily Stoic. Some other comedians podcasts. That Huberman Lab, that's a cool one for
Mhm.
health and stuff. So I'm kind of all over the place. I like it all.
Oh, it's good they have like you're focused on something, so that's great. That's great.
Right,
Hopefully,
right.
yeah, for the future. So, in your opinion, what are the most important qualities to have as a successful real estate agent, or what qualities do you want to develop to be a successful real
Right.
estate agent slash investor?
Well, first of all, I mean, your work ethic, it's got to be
Mhm.
crazy because, you're not working your basic 9 to 5 where you have like a manager and a manager over them.
Mhm.
Orders aren't coming down the food chain telling you what to do or what hours to work. It's all up to you, man. Like how much time you put in, um, the marketing efforts. I mean, it's all on you. You're an entrepreneur, you're an independent contractor, so you don't have somebody over your shoulder all the time making sure you're getting things done, telling you what to do. So I think work ethic is probably the number one thing. And obviously you gotta, have social skills. This is a people business
Mhm.
above anything. We're dealing with clients every day, investors every day, other people in the industry, handymen, mortgage brokers. It's just a people business. So you got to be able to communicate properly and effectively because a lot of people, buying a home or something can be pretty scary, like with all the contracts and different forms
Yeah.
everybody has to sign. So you have to have good education of that and be able to communicate all those things to your clients. Um, yeah, I think those are probably the two most important qualities you got to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick your brain more on contracts later, so
Okay.
I'm gonna say that for now. But and what is your work ethic? Like, what does a day in the life look for you?
Oh man, so I'm still trading stocks like in the mornings. That's kind
Mhm.
of my thing right now until I really get my book of business built up and I get more clients. But so in the mornings I'll do that, and then in the afternoons, I mean, I got a bunch of sales meetings. Been working on like trying to grow the social medias.
Ah,
You
yeah, yeah.
you kind of inspired me to do that. Get some stuff from you. Um, just marketing, reaching out to clients. We have a thing at my brokerage. It's cool. They give you phone duty.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody calls into the office looking to buy, rent, sell, whatever, they just feed you the client, and then you can try to, close them there or
Oh,
take them on. Um,
so
so
like a
right now
live
I'm still
transfer?
just kind of building the business, not really actively doing many showings and stuff yet, but we'll get
Mhm.
there.
You get there eventually. So you guys doing live transfers? Like on your
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
that's full duty?
Yeah, yeah. So the brokerage I work for, Northwest Arkansas, it's the largest in Northwest Arkansas. I mean, there's a lot of great brokerages up here, but we're
Mhm.
just the largest. And so people call in, they own a bunch of like their own rentals. So they'll either want to rent, one of our properties, or they're just looking to list their house, and whoever's on phone duty that day, that's who gets it. Like I know a lady. I think she's been there for about 6 months longer than I have. And she
Mhm.
was on the phones one day and she got $1 million listing that she actually just got under contract like this week.
Damn.
Yeah, man,
Wow.
you can get some pretty crazy stuff from sitting on the phones. Yeah,
Pretty big deal.
yeah,
So just let the audience know, what is your brokerage called? What are the names?
yeah. So I work for Lindsay and Associates up here. We have an
Ah,
office here in Fayetteville. There's one in Rogers, Bentonville.
crazy, crazy. Okay, so now at the end of the segment, in every segment, I always end up with the game show just to make it a
Yeah,
little bit more fun.
cool.
So for this game show, probably seen in my last video, I call it fact or fiction. Right?
Okay,
It's just basically me testing out how we know about your market.
cool,
And yeah, it's just three questions. If you get
cool,
it right, just points, little points. If you get it wrong,
cool.
I bet. So the first question, fact or fiction? The Northwest Arkansas housing market has seen a significant increase in demand and prices over the past few years. Is this fact or fiction?
That I'm gonna have to say fact.
Yeah, the answer is fact. The Northwest Arkansas housing market has seen a significant increase in demand and prices over the past few years, according to Realtor.com. So
Yeah.
more than 25%. So you okay, 1 for 1. You're 1 for 1.
Yeah, actually, cool fact. They just told us I think it's around 30 people are moving here on average a day
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Like Rogers, Fayetteville, and then I think there's another one. I think Springdale.
Yeah,
Springdale.
Springdale, Bentonville, it's all kind of like a chain just going up the interstate. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's all been increasing. All right, so for this, so next question, fact or fiction? The majority of home buyers in Northwest Arkansas are first-time home buyers.
Ooh, that's tough. Our first time for the
Oh.
majority?
Mhm.
Uh, that's tough. I feel like it might be fact because of the university up here. And, you got a lot of young people wanting to buy houses, but with all the industry, a lot of people get like move here for their job. So I'm gonna say fact.
It's actually
No,
fiction.
really?
Majority of them are in buyers or investors. So
Yeah. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
so right now for you, it's probably pretty good. So if you're working with investors, and pretty prime market for you. So
Right. Right. That
uh,
makes sense.
yeah. So for the last question, just 2 for 1. Let's see this tiebreaker for you. Let's see you
Okay.
get it right. The city of Fayetteville, Arkansas, has the highest median home value in the Northwest Arkansas region. Fact or fiction?
No, man, I'd have to say Rogers would have the highest or Bentonville. Seem to be a lot more pricey than Fayetteville.
Hmm. Yep, it's actually fiction.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Cool.
no information to suggest that Fayetteville, Arkansas has the highest median home value in Northwest Arkansas. However, it is one of the top 10 housing markets to watch for in 2023. So
I just saw that on an Instagram post
yeah,
yesterday. We're like number 7 right now or something.
yeah, it is one of the top 10. I have like a whole list of, if I could just show you my whiteboard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here, hold
I've
on.
been doing my research, right? I have a whole list right here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I don't know if you can see it. It says Fayetteville,
Yeah, there we are.
Rogers, Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North. Like I have everything set right here.
Wow. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Most people I feel like don't even know like where Arkansas as a state is, and here we are, being top 10.
Top 10. Well, you guys, yeah, slowly crawling up the boards. I gotta give it to you
Yeah,
guys. All right then. So, moving on to segment two.
cool.
Who do you typically work with, and why do you enjoy working with that particular part group of clients? But since you're a new realtor, as you said, which type do
Right.
you want to work with? Which clients are you
Man,
looking to work
I'm
with?
pretty excited about it all. I think since, I have the end goal to be, an investor, I think working with investors is primarily who I'm going to target. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can learn a lot from that, just finding what the investors are looking for and whatnot. I'm also interested in land sales, and there's a lot of land up here.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and that's a whole different unique niche, and we got a couple agents in our brokerage that specialize in that. Um, my dogs are wrestling right now. Sorry. Um, yeah, so I think primarily working with investors and then trying to get in on the land side of things is kind of what I'm focused on.
Okay. So, how do you plan to establish trust with your clients? Like, let's say if you bring them into social media, how you plan on taking care of them, making sure that they trust you as a realtor,
Right.
and yeah, they feel comfortable with you. Even like, are you trying to stay only in your market, or are you trying to get people from off market to come to trust you? How you plan on doing that?
Yeah, yeah. Here starting out, I mean, I might try to focus on some, for sale by owners.
Mhm.
That they're a little bit tougher to work with, but I think just starting out, I'm going to be honest with, how like all the potential clients. Like, listen, I am new. I've kind of been on the investment side for a few years, so I have some knowledge, but as an agent, I'm new. What's great about our brokerage though is we've got like over 200 agents, and there's 20, 25 different or people who have their like broker's license. So I'll just communicate to them like, listen, if you ask me something that I don't know the answer to, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to make up some answer, pretend like I know. I've got a whole team at the office of people that have been in the business for 20, 30, 40 plus years. They don't mind helping me. They don't mind answering my questions. So I think that'll gain some trust from people, and show them that, I'm here to help and I'm not going to, fabricate anything and pretend like
Yeah,
I know something I don't.
yeah. Honesty is the best policy. Like that,
Exactly.
that could take you far. Um,
Right.
it's good to tell, and also it is good that you have a case study. Now that I'm an investor myself, so I know my strategies work, and I'm not just gonna feed you. Pardon my language. I'm not gonna feed you bullshit, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna
Exactly.
feed you that. I'm right here
Yeah.
to for you to help, in case I got a team behind me, so that's good.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that it's good to talk to mortgage lenders and all those other nitty gritty stuff. But how do you actually approach in building a relationship with those professionals? Like how do you approach building a relationship with people such as lenders, attorneys, or home inspectors, if any?
Right. Right. So again, being an investor, for the last few years, I've established relationships with a couple mortgage lenders.
Mhm.
I text them every now and then, just see what's going on. Like we're
Mhm.
we're kind of more friends than just working professionals, whatever.
Mhm.
Uh, and actually got an inspection done, or no, an appraisal done on our rental, and come to find out, me and him had a lot in common. And so after the appraisal only took 10-15 minutes, and we sat there for about an hour, just
Mhm.
chatting about things we had in common. Taking people to coffee, lunches, meetups, all that kind of stuff. Just really just getting to know people on a personal level and finding
Mhm.
how you connect, just like with your hobbies, your interests, and whatever. It's always better to work with people that you have things in common with outside of the actual business. You just have a better understanding of who they are as a person and whatnot.
Yeah, personal connections always very important. By the way, now you made me curious. I want to see your dog, man. How does your dog like? How is he?
Here, there they are. Here's one.
Oh wow! Wait, what breed is he? Is he like a? Okay,
We
that's a.
got so one's a silver lab and then one's a golden retriever, and they're
Um,
they're a handful, man.
yeah, this. Yeah, I saw you fighting and struggling right there with your dogs.
Yeah, they've been chill all day, and I hop on this with you, and then they start going crazy and wrestling and just causing a commotion.
What's their name?
Ash and Oakley.
Ah, how
Yeah,
old are they? Are they like pretty young or like they're already like older?
the lab turns 3 next month, and then the golden just turned 2 like a month and a half ago or so. So yeah, they're
Pretty
still they're
energetic.
still pretty young and energetic.
Pretty young and energetic.
Yeah.
Well, so this next phase, next game shows to get to know you better. I call it two truths and a lie, where
Oh
you tell
gosh.
you tell me two truths. It could be client related or it can be anything interesting about you and your investor life, and I have to guess which one is a lie.
Yeah. Oh
You,
man,
you cool with that?
that's tough.
It
Um,
could be anything. It could be anything crazy.
I think I'm gonna make it personal, just because I don't
Okay.
have much experience as an agent yet.
Okay.
Let's go. Um, two truths and a lie. Okay. Um, I got a fake tooth.
Okay.
I graduated college with a 4.0,
Okay.
and I've never been out of the country.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So you were mentioning that you just straight out of college. You mentioned you were straight out of college. So that 4.0 GPA in college, that has to be. Oh, see, I said that has to be true last time, but then I got that one wrong. So
Uh,
hold on. Never been outside the. You had to have gone outside. You have. You see, you give me traveling vibes. You know,
yeah.
you give me traveling vibes. So
Is that your final answer?
hold on. See, now you made me doubt. Now you made me doubt. Oh, Okay, I said the lie is the lies of the last one. Last one is a lie.
I've never been out of the country.
Yeah.
Uh, that is actually true, but that's changing soon. I'm going to the Dominican. Here in May, so that'll change soon. The lie is the 4 point. I did not like school. I did well. I didn't get F's and all that stuff.
Oh
I
man,
just didn't get a 4 point. I didn't like school very much. So,
you didn't like school. What was your final GPA? Because
oh shoot. I mean, it was like probably like around like a 3. It wasn't bad. I just
it wasn't bad. It wasn't. What was your minor and major?
I majored in entrepreneurship and marketing, and
Okay.
how do you teach entrepreneurship? Kind of can't. It's something you kind of
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
something that it's something they learn along the way. It's really about mistakes.
Exactly, because a lot of the teachers that were, not to talk bad about anybody, but a lot of the professors that were teaching entrepreneurship classes had never actually owned or operated their
Exactly.
own business.
Mhm.
So to me, I didn't enjoy it, but whatever. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to have gone and graduate and everything.
Yeah, at least getting a degree. It's just a nice little paper to show. So, how do you really get in contact with with the team? How you got in contact with the brokerage? Or like, hey, is it like I don't really like because I don't personally understand the process of how a realtor joins a brokerage. So I kind of want to know a little bit about you. Like, how does that process work?
Right. So, man, I was actually very blessed and lucky. One of my pledge brothers from college has been there for about 3 years, and his dad is one of the VPs.
Mm,
So I had that connection, and then when I graduated college, because I originally thought about getting my license straight out of college, but I put it off for a few years. Um, but out of college, I'd met with another VP at the brokerage who's kind of in charge of new agents. So he's a good guy to know. Um,
mm,
so once I started taking my classes and stuff, I texted him and I was like, "Hey, you remember me? We met a few years ago. About to get my license." And he was like, "Come in and see me." He was like, "Well, I already know you, and whenever you pass, you're welcome on." So I guess I didn't really take the traditional, because I've heard a lot of people will go to brokerages, and especially lately they haven't been hiring as many agents. But at Lindsay, I mean, I know there's a couple newer agents that went to 2 or 3 different brokerages that weren't hiring, and Lindsay took them on right away. So yeah.
yeah. Okay. Do you have like an accountability partner for you? Like since you're a new realtor, do you have like another new realtor like holding you accountable? Like you hop on a call each week, be like, hey,
Right. Yeah.
uh, you need to do these amount of cold calls, and I'm gonna hold you accountable to it, and that's how we grow together. Like, do you have that type of relationship with someone in your team or?
Yeah, yeah. So like I mentioned, my one of my pledge brothers, he's been there for a few years, and he's pretty deep in like the commercial stuff right now, but
Mhm.
but he's a good resource for me. And then we have like a new agent training is what they call it, once a week. It's like you meet for an hour, all the new agents, and then the VP who I mentioned earlier, who's like in charge of the new agents. he kind of like there's like an outline of like one week we'll go over contracts, the next week we'll go over like the proper way to do an open house, and so on and so forth. And in that time that we meet, we all come together. Hey, what are you working on? Is there anything that you need help with? You got any questions? So once a week we get to meet up all the newer agents and kind of speak our mind and ask questions and all that.
Awesome. So, would you recommend people to like? 'Cause there's many new agents that are like solo acts and don't want to talk to no
Right.
one. So, what would be your advice to them? Or your advice to them to actually succeed and be like become trustworthy and build like a team around them and not be like so on themselves. Like,
Right.
do
Yeah,
you?
that is a difficult part of being an agent because I mean you're an independent contractor, you're an entrepreneur. It's solely on you,
Mhm.
to grow your business. No one's gonna feed you deals. No one's gonna it's all on you. And I think I would recommend finding someone in your brokerage that's in the niche that you want to do, like whether you want to do commercial, residential, new construction, land sales, whatever it is. Find someone in the brokerage that's experienced and been doing that. If they'll let you, ask them if you can do, some of their miscellaneous like back
Mhm.
end stuff for them that they might not want to do. Go on showings with them, go to open houses with them. Just find like a mentor and learn from them.
Awesome. So, lastly, what are some challenges you're currently facing in your as a realtor, as a licensed realtor, a new licensed realtor,
Right.
and what is how you plan on overcoming those challenges? And if you already overcome one of those biggest challenges, which one was it? Like, how did you go with through it?
Right. So I think, I mean, as any new agent, just building your book of business is the hardest thing because you come into this industry. I mean, you might know some friends and family and stuff, but they might not, be ready to buy or sell a house. So you got to find clients. That's the
Mm,
hardest thing. And then once you get that, your business built up and you have a bunch of clients, they'll start sending out referrals. So it's a slow start, but what I'm doing, I'm trying to get as many phone duties as I can. I'm volunteering to do open houses. Um, I'm going to meetups. It's just the networking. Just you got to build the network. So that's the stage I'm in. And I guess I'd say that's the hardest part. Is just it's a slow start. But
mhm.
if you show up every day and do the things you got to do, your book business will grow. And you know, so that's
Uh,
that's that's what I'm working on. Just getting off the ground, getting out there, meeting people, trying to get some business.
cool. And what's like what's your ultimate goal to finish 2023? You plan on finishing with 10 clients booked already? 10 clients closed.
Yeah,
How's that
man.
looking for you?
Yeah, just I mean, first of all, I got to get a listing.
Yeah, gotta
Number
get a
one,
listing.
get that first one done.
Yeah,
And then from there, yeah, I think 10 closings would probably be cool for this year.
for
Be a
this
good
year.
start,
I mean, spring is coming along, so
right?
spring and summer are coming along, so there's probably good opportunities for you. I mean, spring
Yeah,
is already here. Let's
absolutely.
be honest. Spring is already here. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for the final game show, I'll call it the Can You Guess?
Okay.
So, can you guess what president was born in Arkansas?
Yeah, Bill Clinton.
Oh, damn. I thought it was gonna be hard, but yeah, it was Bill Clinton. Bill
Yeah.
Clinton. Oh, where was he born? Oh, there you go. Where was he born?
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, where is that? Somewhere central Arkansas. Oh shoot. What's it start with?
H.
Maybe not. What is it?
Hope. I said Hope,
Oh, Hope.
Arkansas.
Yeah, yeah.
Hope,
Okay.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a real state until I searched it up.
Yeah.
I didn't know the real state. And a little bonus question that I got asked previously in my last podcast. I was confused by myself
Yeah.
because, but since you're an investor, I think it applies to you. So what do you think about the 1031 and then Joe Biden like not allowing the 1031 exchange in the future? And there's a bill going along with that.
Yeah.
Discussing that.
I don't know what his reasoning behind that is. I guess it's to get investors to pay more taxes. That's the only thing I can think of, which I'm not surprised. But I think it's terrible for the industry. I mean,
Mhm.
that's one of the biggest advantages of being an investor is being able to sell a property after X amount of years instead of paying taxes on your capital gains. You put it into another asset. a bigger, better asset, you know. So
Mhm.
man, I don't know. I hope that doesn't really go through. I think it'd hurt the industry. It would kill jobs as well. The turnover would decrease because people aren't going to want to sell properties.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that would just have a negative impact on the industry.
Yeah,
But we'll see. I don't know.
we'll see. Hopefully, it doesn't get passed along, man.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
hopefully not, man.
hopefully.
Because I
Cross
don't
our
support
fingers.
it.
Cross our fingers. So thank you for being here, Brandon. It was a pleasure
Yeah,
to
man.
talk with you. And where can people find you on what social platform?
Yeah, so Instagram, Rausch Realty, Rausch Realty. And then I
Mm.
just started a TikTok. Gonna try to get on your level, you know, start posting some stuff. So
I'm not
yeah,
there yet. I'm not there yet, but you know, slowly,
yeah, we'll
slowly.
both be there one day, man.
We'll
You're
both do
putting in
that
the
one
work.
day.
So
Um,
yeah, man, follow me on those. And man, it's been great. I really appreciate you having me on.
awesome. By the way, after this, I'm gonna send you a survey. Just for
Okay,
you to fill out and just give me a little feedback on
cool.
anything that was it. Cool.
Cool.
All
I
right,
appreciate
guys.
it, brother.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.